Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Western Racing, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at another Hot Wheels 2022 Mainline series. This is Rod Squad. Alrighty everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Rod Squad series. This is a pretty cool series, one that I actually really enjoy. And the whole series is all about, as you would imagine, hot rods. That is what this whole series is based on. There are a total of 5 cars in this series that we're going to be looking at today, and yeah, we're going to get right through them. I did want to say this because I feel like, you know, we're in 2023 and I haven't done a single 2023 Hot Wheels Mainline video. I do want to say this right now. I have a lot of built up 2022 stuff, so I'm stuck on that, and I'm trying to do things in an order here. I will tell you right now, I would go late October. Late October is when I have my first scheduled 2023 Mainline Hot Wheels video. So that's just a heads up for when that's to come. And then of course, 2024, I'm going to change my schedule to feature a Hot Wheels Mainline video every week, because I'm realizing now that I'm actually buying more stuff than I'm taking out of the package on my YouTube videos. Like, I have literally off the side of my studio right now, I have a stack of video, like stack of cases for videos that I can make, and the stack is not getting smaller, it's actually getting bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start trying to produce more videos for the Mainline, so that way I can hopefully get this giant pile over here slimmed down. But yeah, that's currently where I'm at right now. But anyway, today we're gonna remove 5 vehicles from that stack, and I know that's not a lot, but it'll help. It will very much help. The next 3 Hot Wheels Mainline videos are going to be all 10 series. All 3 of the series are going to feature 10 cars, so that's going to help a lot. So yeah. Anyway, let's take a look at what we got here. The first vehicle that we're going to be looking at today is a 1947 Chevy Fleetline here. The Rod Squad series is always one that I really enjoy just because I'm a huge fan of hot rods. But what makes this series what it is there's a lot of sponsorships that go into this series. And while I am kind of a fan of that, at the same time, I'm really not. And you're going to see what I mean. One of the sponsorships the Hot Wheels always uses is Moon Eyes. And this is our Moon Eyes vehicle for the Mainline in 2022. It is the Chevy Fleetline here. So let's get it out of the package. It's a really cool looking vehicle. And yeah, I'm curious to see what she looks like. So there is no chase piece in this series, by the way. So we won't have to worry about that, which is nice. While I do love collecting rare vehicles, having to get the acetone out to clean them up is kind of a pain in the rear, I won't lie. But anyway, here is the Chevy Fleetline. As you can see, we've got a yellow body with a chrome chassis, black tires, and chrome rims. So it looks really cool. I also forgot to mention that they got the smoked window insert as well. So it's a pretty cool little vehicle. Definitely gives off the vibes of the 40s. I really do love this very much. This yellow body looks really good. Matches the whole Moon Eyes sponsorship. They really do use the color yellow a lot on their vehicles that Hot Wheels does. You've got the Goodyear logo, Hot Wheels logo, and there's this really cool black stripe with yellow stripes on it. And of course, you got the eyes for the Moon Eyes logo. This side's exactly the same, just not a whole lot of detail to talk about there. The hood, on the other hand, does have a cool little split design here. You got 2 little black areas. This side's got white stripes going up it, and then this side has the Moon Eyes logo once again. So that's a cool little detail there that I really like. Huge sun visor, by the way, on the windshield here. That's pretty interesting to see. The back end of the vehicle doesn't have a whole lot of detail to it paint-wise, but casting-wise, you can see all of the detail back here. And then the front also features a lot of molded-in detail, which looks really good. All in all, this car is actually really good. It has a lot of quality detail put into it, which I really appreciate out of a Hot Wheels car when they do that. Just really goes to show you that paint isn't always something that is needed on the vehicles. Sometimes they can look good without it. However, that being said, it would be nice if we could get some headlights and taillights from time to time, Hot Wheels. That would be fantastic. But anyway, here is the 1947 Chevy Fleetline, our first one of today's video. Let's get to the turntable. Next up, car number 2 of 5 is Mod Rod. And this one features a Broken Promises sponsorship. And I don't know what Broken Promises is off the top of my head. If I had to guess, it might be a racing team. I have no idea. You can see the Broken Promises logos on there. I think the other one did feature the Moon Eyes logo in that spot. Yeah, it did. Also featured Goodyear and General Motor official. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know what Broken Promises is. I actually have no idea. Could not tell you what Broken Promises is. But yeah, so this is called Mod Rod. It is a Hot Wheels custom concept hot rod. It is a really cool casting. I will say that. I really do like Mod Rod as a casting. One of my favorite ones that they ever did was 2020. It was either 2021 or 2022. They did a blue one with flames that looked fantastic. I don't remember when that was though. But anyway, here is Mod Rod. So as you can see, we got a black body, a yellow chassis, black tires, and charcoal gray rims. And then of course we have the smoked window insert once again. The side panel features this really cool goblin here with these crazy teeth and eyes in this hand. The Broken Promises logo there, a yellow Hot Wheels logo, and there are these yellow lightning bolts as well, which look really cool. This side features the exact same thing. The hood features a really interesting detail of a pit viper or a cobra of some kind here, which looks really cool. I love the way that that looks. I wonder why that logo's on there. I really don't know. It's also a bit off center too, but I'm not going to gripe about that. Back end doesn't feature a whole lot of detail. This is where the trunk compartment would be. Pretty cool looking setup for a rat rod. It literally just legit looks like a rat rod, a modified one. Got these really cool blowers here, well, the blowers are right here, but got these really cool stacks right here as well. It's a really well set up vehicle, I will say that. I do love the look of a classic hot rod like this. While this isn't really, I'm curious what this is actually based off of, if it is based off of a real life vehicle. I also realized I did not show the bottom of the fleet line. I might stop doing that. I don't know. I just kind of like to do it because I want to have something that I do in my reviews that's different than other people. And I know a whole lot of YouTubers don't show off the bottoms of the cars. So I figured, maybe that could be my thing. But I keep forgetting to do it, which isn't great, but, whatever. Anyway, here's Mod Rod. Again, it has a metal flake black body, which looks fantastic with the stickers and everything on here, the decals. It just all around looks like a really nice vehicle. And again, not my favorite Mod Rod that they've ever done, but easily my second favorite. This thing is a beauty. But anyway, here's the turntable. Number 3 of 5 here is the 1968 El Camino. This is a really cool one to get here. 1968, of course, was the year that Hot Wheels was actually created. Released their first series of 16 cars in 1968. So this El Camino probably has a little value to them. To me, however, I just like this El Camino because of the paint job. It is a really cool looking paint job. Anyway, so just taking a look at the El Camino here, we have got a cyan body with, oh wow, that's actually pretty cool. We got a cyan body here, chrome chassis, black tires, and bronze rims. Looks really good. I love that. And of course, again, the smoke window insert. So looking at the side here, it does say Hot Wheels Speed Shop El Segundo, California. I do love that. And then there's this really cool pinstriping in white all the way across the whole body of the vehicle. Hot Wheels logo back there in white as well. And then again, we got that metal flake cyan color on the body, which gets that good sparkle in there. And then if you look, there is paint chipping. This is not real paint chipping. This is artificial paint chipping, but you can kind of see there is gray paint chipping to show that this thing is sort of falling apart a little bit, which is really cool. I like that little detail. It actually looks really good. Side's exactly the same. Nothing really changed on here except for there's a molded gas tank on this side. If you look at the hood, we again got that pinstriping, and it actually goes all the way up to the top of the car. Pinstriping with the denting and the paint chipping and everything. It's a really cool look. Here's the front end. Here's the back end. And then, of course, the back end actually has where the motor is, this ginormous flipping motor in the back. That is a really cool little detail. It doesn't look very attractive from like a side profile view, but it is a pretty cool looking motor setup. And here is the bottom. So there you go. Now you can see the bottom of the vehicle there to the best of your ability. I don't know how easy that is to read, but yeah. there you go. That is the El Camino. I've always been a fan of El Caminos and Rancheros. I've always thought that they were neat little vehicles, how they were like car truck hybrids done correctly. I don't know. I've just always had a sweet spot for El Caminos. I've always thought that they're kind of neat vehicles. Again, this one with its weird engine in the back, I don't think I'd drive something like this in real life, but if they took the engine out and replaced it with a normal engine, I'd definitely drive something like this in real life. They're neat vehicles. Anyway, here's your turntable. Next up, number 4 of 5 is the only custom, the new vehicle. This is the only new vehicle for 2022 in this entire series. This is called Max Steel. It is one of the most interesting vehicles that I think Hot Wheels has ever done. And I will say this 100%, out of every time that they've released Max Steel so far, which I think is twice, this one is definitely the better one, because the one that they did in 2023 with the SoCal paint job looks like crap, but that is just me. And it's not because it says California on it. That reason alone makes it suck, but there's a different reason why it's terrible. The paint job is bland and boring. This, on the other hand, actually looks really cool, and I'll explain why. So, let me see if I can do this. Again, talking about paint jobs that we see every year from Hot Wheels, I mentioned Moon Eyes earlier. We've got Gulf up next, which is arguably the worst of the paint jobs that we get every year. This one, however, is actually another really cool paint job that we get every year. This is known as the anniversary paint job. The year that this car came out was the 54th anniversary of Hot Wheels. That's why it says 54 on there. They do a car like this every single year. I think the one that says 53 on it was Muscle and Blown, and for the one going forward into the future here, 2023, as a part of the Rod Squad, as a part of the Rod Squad series, for 2023, there's Mod Speeder, which has a 55 paint scheme. Same paint scheme with the really cool body color, navy blue body color, and the gold accents. It looks fantastic. This paint scheme is always done really well, in my opinion, and it never fails to impress me what vehicles they end up doing this on. 2022, the 54th anniversary, we got this beauty right here, Max Steel. So, Max Steel here is actually really cool, the way that it's been put together. I think the paint scheme is kind of meant to represent like a steam engine of some kind, because I feel like I've seen trains with this kind of paint scheme to it. But Max Steel here is meant to look like an old roadster, which it achieves perfectly. It is a really well set up custom vehicle by Hot Wheels. We've got a navy blue body, a charcoal gray chassis, black tires, charcoal gray ribs. And there are no window inserts on this one, which I think is really cool. I like that little detail. So, the engine here has a really cool pipe sticking out. I think the engine is actually mirrored on both sides. There's no change here. The body features a 54 in gold with the Hot Wheels logo in gold. And then, of course, the front end has the fan here for the motor. All nice and open with the headlights here. Really skinny wheels at the front, really large wheels at the back. Kind of almost makes this look like a drag vehicle. Got a little light back here as the tail light. I think that's meant to be the gas tank. And then, of course, you can kind of see the interior there with the driver's seat. No passenger seat, just a driver's seat, steering wheel, shifting column, and everything there. So, yeah, that is Max Steel. A really well-done custom, one of the newer custom concept vehicles that Hot Wheels has come up with. And honestly, it's probably one of their better ones that they've done recently. This thing is absolutely amazing. But anyway, here is the turntable. Next up, we have the 1932 Ford Rat Rod. This thing here is a really cool car that is very, very overused. Not in a bad way, though. I really do like that they use it as much as they do. But this casting has been around since, like, long before I was born. This has been a casting that's been around for a long time. And I've always thought that they always use it in cool ways. But what they've done here is absolutely disgusting, in my opinion. And I'll explain why. Remember how I said every year they do a Gulf-themed paint job? Gulf obviously being gas station. The first ever gas station was self-servicing pumps, by the way. That's a cool little fun fact for you there. Or the first ever gas station to feature pumps, I do believe, was a Gulf station. But I don't know what they did before that, but I'm sure a Google search would help me with that. However, Golf has always had the same kind of logo here. It is the blue Golf with the orange circle and the baby blue background. I get it on the gas station, but on a car, the color combination of baby blue and orange on a car looks like ugly as sin, in my opinion. I think it is the most disgusting color combination for a car. Every time they do a Golf themed car in the Hot Wheels mainline, it is easily one of my favorite cars, or easily one of my least favorite cars of the year. It just looks terrible. I absolutely hate it. And this rat rod looks terrible with this paint scheme, but that is just me saying that. We have got a baby blue body, an orange chassis, black tires, and orange rims. Taking a look at the detail here. Oh, by the way, this one also had a chance to be a super treasure hunt, which whoop-de-doo, they made a gross car even worse by making it a rare, have it chance to be super duper rare. And here's the thing. I'm the only person probably in the entire world who thinks that the Golf cars are ugly. You do not know how hard it was to find this car because it was flying off the shelves. So many people were going after this car because it is anything with the name Golf on it with this paint scheme is such a hot commodity for some reason. And I don't understand why, because in my opinion, they are butt ugly vehicles, but that is just me. So this one here features the number 3 in a white circle, Golf logo, Hot Wheels. It's also got this really cool little orange like C shape here, which is pretty cool. Got an orange funnel design across the top here, and the Golf logo is on the little header there, which I actually kind of like that little detail, how they managed to fit the logo on there. You know, I don't think they've ever done that before with the 32 Ford, had an actual logo or something printed on the header, so that's a cool little detail they did there. This side's exactly the same. Here's the trunk. Recently, I was coming back from work, and as I was driving by, I actually saw a 32 Ford rat rod drive by in traffic. That was a pretty cool little experience. Looked exactly like this, except yellow. It was pretty neat. And then here is the back, or the bottom. So yeah, that is easily the worst car of this entire case, in my opinion. But probably the favorite car of the entire mainline for like half the population of the world. So who knows? Anyway, here's the turntable for this one. Let's close out the video. So there you go, everybody. That is all 5 of the Rod Squad vehicles together as one. Of course, going back down the line, we got the Fleet Line, Mod Rod, the El Camino, Max Steel, and the 32 Ford. So yeah, not a bad mix of vehicles. I will say for Rod Squad, it is definitely a pretty, it's not an overwhelmingly good mix of vehicles for a Rod Squad series by Hot Wheels, but it's still held up pretty well. There's some good ones in there, like Mod Rod, the El Camino, and Max Steel. I think those ones are very good. And then there's some that just really don't shoot too high, which are the Fleet Line and the 32 Ford. I feel like those ones, what was really holding back those two were their paint schemes, but I get why they had to do them that way, is because they were sponsored paint schemes. But still, I feel like they could have done more with those vehicles. Even the 32 Ford, they could have kept the Golf paint job, but if they would have just done something a bit more flashy, I feel like it could have done something. But I understand why they didn't. Like I said, the 32 Ford, I don't think there's much you could have done to make that one good. There's one thing you could have done, which was made the paint job made the paint scheme have a bit more color or flashiness to it, but you can't really do that with the Golf sponsorship, because then it wouldn't look like a Golf vehicle. So sadly, the Fleet Line and the 32 Ford were cursed with their sponsorships on that one, but that's whatever. Broken Promises, however, Mod Rod was not cursed by its sponsorship. That one turned out fantastic. The other two, I really do think, like the El Camino, I really love the paint job on that one. I think it works really well. And then Max Steel, having to carry a theme, you know, every year we have the Hot Wheels anniversary theme. The fact that they put that on Max Steel and Max Steel wore it with pride is fantastic, in my opinion. I absolutely love the way that one turned out for Max Steel. Again, maybe a few more gold accents on Max Steel would have helped, but I get it's fine the way it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm griping about something that's out of my control. Well, I am, but maybe I'm griping about something that I really shouldn't, because, you know, I get it. It's hard to mass produce these vehicles. The cost to probably put any more gold aesthetic on Max Steel probably would have been nuts, I have a feeling. So That's whatever. Anyway, that's all I got for today's video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next diecast unboxing video, which is Spin Master Monster Jam. Oh yeah, I am excited. Anyway, see ya.